You're good though. You could go. I just need to get onto my YouTube. Nobody in there yet. Oh, and I'm going to try something different. I'm going to try putting some ear pods in because I was told that when I turn to cut and press that it can sometimes be difficult to hear what I'm saying.
Okay, so you're going to use the pod so people can hear you?
Hopefully, yes.
Ah, Lauren is here.
Hi, Lauren. Hi, Judith. Hi, Carmen. Pamela's
Hello,
here.
everybody. Good to see everybody.
Do.
Glennie. Robin. Hi, Robin. Jacqueline. Roberta. Hey, Mary Jane. Hey, Donna.
Hi, everybody. I'm going to get my ear pods real quick.
Hi, Angela. Hi, Shirley. Hey, Shelly. Regine. Gia. Jessica. Jessica, Nita, and Stephanie tonight. Hello, Netta. Hey, Barb.
Hopefully. See. I was checking on something. I'm good. So I'm trying these pods, guys. It's going to make it a little bit difficult for me to hear maybe what everybody's saying, but I was told that it might be a little difficult for you guys to hear me whenever I'm turning to like press and cut. So we're going to see if the headphones help. You guys just let me know. Okay, where are we at? Hi, Jewel. Sorry, still got the nose itchy thing. Okay, let me go through and see if I can say hey to some peeps. Where did I stop? Oh, So Nut. Okay, So Nut. Is your name Sue? I don't remember. Do you guys remember?
Barb.
Barb. Barb. How do I? Okay, I'm gonna have to figure out a way. Hi, Karen from Ohio. Glennie is here. Hi, Robin. Hi, Jacqueline and Roberta. Mary Jane, Donna, Gia, Regine, Shelley, Shirley, Angela, Donna. Netta's here. Yes, Angela, that's Anita. I think she probably said that already. You probably answered her, I'm sure.
Yeah.
And oh, she did say Barb down there. I'm so sorry, Barb. I'm terrible at trying to like remember match up the names. Eventually I'll get it, but yeah. Joyce, Shelly, Susan, Netta. Oh, I said Netta already, but that's okay. Netta can have 2 times. Vicky and Heather. Uh, is it Inga? Am I saying that right now? Thank you. Uh, and who? Roxy's here. Gia is here. Jessica. MJ is here. Doris. Tamla's here. Miss Pandaland. Okay, hold on. Don't is Miss Panda? Oh my goodness. I feel like it's been a while since you've been here and now I can't remember. I'm such a use it or lose it person. What's that? I might have to take one of these out. I can't.
I think Miss Madeline is Stephanie also. Steph.
See, I was thinking that, but then I thought I was wrong. Okay, I'm gonna go with Steph. um, Patty's here, and okay, I think I got everybody. Oh, Scrunchians. Okay, but I don't remember Scrunchians. That's okay. I like Scrunchians. I'm just gonna call you that. Cheryl Totos is here. Did I say that right, Cheryl? Totos or Nellie Franco. I don't remember seeing your name before, but it could just be my head. Hi, Nellie. Happy you're here. Anne is here from Vermont. Uh, Barb says, I've been following a hummingbird account on Facebook. There's lots of beautiful photos. You can choose fabrics or paper piecing. Awesome. Yeah, that helps.
They have beautiful, beautiful photos of hummingbirds on that site, on that account.
Yeah.
Like is it Hummingbird Friends or what's the name of the Facebook account you're following?
Karen E is here. I don't think I've seen a Karen E before either. I love having all the new people. Hopefully you guys are all here because you love the foundation paper piecing as much as I do. Oh, Corinne is here from Canada. Barbara Baker is here. Karen E has been lurking a while. Okay, no worries. I'm glad that you're talking now. That's awesome. Oh, she's gonna check on the thing. It is Steph. Boy, Steph, you were good. Miss Pandaland is Steph too. Oh, goody. Oops. I'm sitting there. I thought I would like reach over and grab my table with all the stuff on it, and it was way too far away. Okay. Is everybody nice and comfy? Like everybody's got their PJs on, and last night Steph and I had a glass of wine together. It was pretty awesome. Well, sort of together. It was sort of together because like she had hers first, and then I was like, well, I'm kind of jellyfish, so I think I need a glass. So love for hummingbirds, she says.
I'm gonna have to try that. Check out that site. They have some beautiful photos on another one. What's the name of that one? I'll see if I can find it right quick.
Oh, Heather just got her glasses fixed. I'm glad they're fixed. Okay, so if you are new to Wednesday nights, I have started doing these foundation paper piecing projects, and I just pretty much continue um, every Wednesday night until I finish a project, and then I move on to another one. And I'm going to be trying to find free patterns. A great resource for that is Lillyella Stitchery, where I go and I have actually bought most of her other, the FPP patterns that she has for sale. I've pretty much bought all of those. So all of her free ones are really awesome too. So starting last week, I was doing this sugar baby pattern, and Stephanie has just posted a link to it. It is a free pattern. All you have to do is download it and print it out. You can either print it on foundation paper or you can print it on just regular old copy paper, which is what I've done for these tonight. And I think I'm doing, right now, I am working on the 8-inch right facing hummingbird. And as soon as I finish the right facing, I'm going to make a left facing and then make a little project with it. So that's what I'm working on tonight. And last week, we got this far on one of the pieces. And this was the C piece, again, of the right facing 8-inch. So now I am just going to continue on. I think that right now I'm on just the background pieces. So I'm going to be adding all of the white background pieces, and then we'll move on to another piece. So that's what I'm working on. And we have a couple of little reading your messages off to me. Since I'm going to be sewing, I won't be seeing what you're saying.
Hey there, everyone. Hope you're all having a good week.
So I've cut all my fabrics out and I'm ready to just start sewing. So I'm a lot further along than I was last week. However, I wanted to have all of my fabric cut, but I didn't have time to do it. So I've got 3 pieces cut, and then if I run out, then I'll have to go and, well, we'll just cross that bridge when we come to it. Oh, I'm supposed to pull you close. Okay, hold on. Now that I'm done talking. And I try to make sure that I've got proper shirts on. Since the first week, it was like show and tell. All right, let's see.
One day they will actually like the shower and bath, Heather. One day.
Oh, Carol said hi. I saw my name in bright orange. That's how I knew Carol was talking to me. Hi, Carol. Okay. And someday maybe I'll have like a better setup. But for now, we're good. As long as you can see what I'm sewing, we're good. Let's try to move that somewhere else. Can move that over here.
Yvette, I so wish you were my neighbor.
I wish you guys all lived next to me too. That would be so much fun.
Vicky sewing pictures just came in. Hello, Vicky.
Hi, Vicky.
Yes. Catherine just came in. Vicky's cleaning the fridge. She wishes she was sewing, but she's cleaning the fridge. Well, Carol says that she gets to go back to her regular work schedule starting on Monday, which means she'll be home for the next Zoom.
Oh, yay!
Hello, Kelly. Mary Kubicek would like to know, when you paper piece, do you need to replace your needle more than often because of the paper?
Well, you probably should. I think that I was just having this conversation with Stephanie the other day, because for some reason, as quilters, I mean, at least for me, and obviously for Steph, because she said the same thing, I just, for some reason, I don't even think about like changing my needle, changing my rotary blade. I sit there and I start skipping stitches, and I'm like, why is it skipping stitches? I don't understand. Well, I haven't replaced the needle in like a month. So yes, you really should. Um, It'll be a lot easier on your needle if you use like foundation paper. It's just a little bit easier on it. But as long as you're using like a real good hardy needle, like some people don't use a special needle. Some people just use the 8012. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Um, but I know that whenever I was sort of teaching myself how to foundation paper piece, it seemed to me like you got more perforation with a larger needle. So I tend to use a 9014. Now, if all I had was an 8012, I would use it. I would. Um, I just recommend a 9014 if you have one, like a jeans needle or something like that, especially if you're using the copy paper. Um, it's just easier on your project, your needle, everything. So that's my recommendation. But yeah, I mean, we should it definitely, if you start skipping stitches, it's time to change your needle. And if you're sitting there and your entire back is killing you because you're pushing down with your rotary cutter, yeah, change the needle or change the blade, because I'm telling you, then all of a sudden it's like butter. And you're like, oh my goodness, like I should have changed this like a long time ago.
Yeah, I do that all the time cutting fabric.
Yeah, right? I do the same thing.
Why do we make more work for ourselves?
I don't know. It's crazy. I don't know.
So, Karen Laravich, Mimi Pineda. They all came in. Nancy just came in. Hello, ladies.
Excellent.
Hello, everybody.
So glad
Angela.
y'all are here.
I agree with you, Angela. Laura's Dresden is gorgeous.
Oh yeah, that
I love
was
the she chose too. It was really nice.
absolutely.
Why do you need some hugs? Catherine said she could use some hugs.
I'll give you hugs. Oh my goodness. Did you see Robin's message?
Oh my gosh, I gave my daughter a set of rotary blades and she's like, Mom, these are not cutting. These don't cut anything. I told her you're not using them right. Well, she gave her the wrong blades. She gave her the used ones. Oh goodness.
Yeah, see, that's why when I do that, I will put, like, if I usually discard them in the old containers, you know, that they come in, and I'll put like a big O on them or something, like an O with a line through it or an X on it, or because I would do the same thing. I just know it.
Wants to know if you ever get some sort of craft time at work. She says she can't stop thinking about sewing when I'm at work and at home. Barely have the time.
Gosh, I wish I did. No, I'm usually so busy at work. It's kind of ridiculous. I wish I had time for my lunchtime, but usually I'll try to like answer emails or comments, or if I need to be designing something. I mean, I'm usually working during work, but I'm doing this work.
Or she's talking to me.
Oh, she's talking to you?
No, I said, or you're talking to me.
Oh, or talking to Stephanie. Yes, that's right. That's right. Bugging Stephanie. I do that a lot.
Oh, you're not bugging me. We just check in on each other at lunchtime.
Yeah. That's usually when I need someone to talk me down from the ledge.
No, the only time I need someone to do that is when I'm ready to strangle somebody who's close to me. Well, that sounds familiar. The only time that ever happens to me is when I'm at my other job, which is not at home. It's, you know,
Right?
I work for the teaching different types, mostly ceramics, but other types as well. But sometimes there are just some people who are very difficult to deal with. And yeah, he's one of them.
Mm-hmm. I hear that.
Oops, somebody's singing your song, Yvette.
What?
Vicky Alvin.
I'm glad. I like how she like clears it up on the end there, cuts a fabric. And
That's
I was
funny.
like, what is that? Jellybean is cleaning himself on the cat lady box. He is dying for me to open that box.
I think that my pets went. We had a chewing gum get delivered here by mistake. It was not our box. It was not our street address on the box. The FedEx guy dropped it off anyway. I thought the dogs were going to start a fight with each other over it. They kept going around it. It was huge. It must have weighed 70 pounds.
Oh my
But they kept
gosh.
going around it and around it and around it and around it, trying to get into it. I was like, look, y'all need to get away from the box. FedEx guys come to get it. I thought Lizzie, who happens to be a Great Pyrenees and is usually quite docile, she looked at me like, you're not taking this box away.
Where you going with my box?
She's like, but Mom, we want what's in the box.
Who do you think you are taking my box?
Can't have what's in the box. boy. My goodness. Big dogs drool a lot. Like a whiny box. Come on.
What's everybody doing in there?
Oh, look. My youngest daughter came in. She saw the big bag of M&Ms on the cutting table, and she was like ripping it open. I had to turn the sound down because she was getting a little loud. And I looked at her kind of like, really? And she goes, okay, I'll leave. And she took the M&Ms with her. Full bag.
Yvette, Barb wants to know if you ever use your poplar presser with FPP.
Oh, yes, all the time. When I'm doing this pressing, no. But whenever I'm connecting everything together, absolutely. When you're making your connections, you really should press open to reduce bulk. So, absolutely. When I'm joining everything together, I definitely use the poplar presser.
Deborah Davidson wants to know what you are paper piecing. Is that the...
This is the Lillyella Stitchery Sugar Baby pattern. It is free. This is the pattern. And I am sure that Stephanie is going to post a link for you if you'd like to go and download it and join me in sewing. That would be awesome.
Yep, the link's in the chat now.
Kelly Green says she has her daughter has a bull mastiff. They're nothing but slobber. I agree. And it's funny, you get one of those watering bowls where it's supposed to have the water comes out all the time. And if one of the dogs slobbers in it too much, the other dog wants fresh water, so they dig the other water out all over the floor. So you end up with puddles everywhere. And then, of course, they dribble it everywhere they go. And
Right.
the big giant paws now have big giant wet dirty paw marks all over your floor. It's a never ending stuff.
That's great.
Catherine. Your day will be better. Come hang with us for a bit. We'll make you giggle. Tiffany's Quilting Life. Hi, Tiff.
Hey, Tiff.
Oh, Pamela's watching quietly. Her husband has a bad headache and her machine's too loud.
Oh, no.
Of course, Catherine, of course. She says, thanks for listening.
Oh, my goodness. Of course. Yeah. Nita's right. That's what we're here for. Anytime.
Quilting friends are the best ones because we're always willing to lend an ear.
Yep.
You need to worry, that's okay. We'll bring out the Moscato.
Now, I will tell you guys, if you're going to be putting this one together in this particular area right above the wing, I would slow down a little bit on your stitching just because it's very thick right there.
Heather said that time went way better than she thought it would. Getting a little easier. Catherine said she thinks she'd feel better if they'd stop blowing up things down the road.
Oh, jeez.
She could get some sleep, so she wasn't waking up at every little noise. I think if they were blowing things up down the road for me, I'd probably do the same thing.
Yeah.
And Romania says she'd like to know, have you ever done a trunk show with all of your completed projects and lessons learned?
No, I have never done a trunk show, actually. It's something that I might be doing in the future, not sure. Trying to look into teaching opportunities, which may or may not include trunk shows. So I'm trying to like actually work on making things that I keep so that I'd have something to show in the trunk shows because I always give everything away. But or always did anyway. I'm getting much better about keeping things now. I just had a little trunk show of sorts on Piecing It Real on Monday. That was a lot of fun. Showing everyone my dirty clothes and everything else.
They were hanging up to dry, remember?
Yeah, my bras. Yeah, it was like, oh, please ignore my bras in the corner. So sorry. Wasn't expecting this.
Patty Tongate says her lupus is acting up, but she doesn't feel like sewing, but she's enjoying watching you.
Oh, good.
She can sew vicariously through you.
Absolutely. Anytime. I'm so sorry that that's going on. I know there's almost nothing you can do about it, so it sucks.
Oh my goodness, Angela, what happened? Did you go and have it looked at? She says she woke up in the morning with what she thinks was a burnt blood vessel in her eye.
Oh my gosh.
Barbara Baker says she lives next to Fort Knox, and they always hear loud noises. They call it the sound of freedom.
Jeez.
Oh my goodness.
Is B Athens in the chat?
Yeah.
Barb, I just want to tell you I got your pink cushion. I love it. I was trying to I probably should leave you a message on Instagram. I think I was trying to look for you on Facebook and then couldn't find you or wasn't really sure, and because it's not real easy to find people on Facebook sometimes.
Okay. Kelly Green of Kelly says, Yvette, I'm being asked to review your project box on Etsy, but since it hasn't shipped yet, I can't. I mean, I know it's going to be a maze vault. Will it hurt your rating if I wait?
No, it won't. You definitely you can wait. It's not a big deal.
And Ray Jean was saying how her dog likes to jump in the pond or the pool. We have a huge pool above ground pool, and the deck goes straight out to the pool. And I have a dog that thinks it's fun to swim in the pool when she's hot in the summertime. Yeah. And when you have a dog that's 165 pounds of pure white, fluffy dog, they drip everywhere. They just, I mean, gallons of water. She can bring it in.
Wow.
Angela, if your eye's not itching or bothering you, it would be okay, I think. But if it's swollen or you seem to have some inflammation, I would definitely seek attention. And Judith Letson wants to know, she's working on the Mariner's Star, the Mariner's Star, making a lap quilt. Do you find it hard to quilt over all the seams? Stephanie, you might want to answer that one.
Yeah, because I'm allergic to quilting.
You're allergic to quilting. No, I don't have a problem quilting over all the seams. Not at all.
And the Mariner's Star, doesn't it have quite a few? It has quite
a few points, yeah.
That was a good question.
That'd be beautiful.
Catherine Jolson wants to know, has anyone gotten a scrap bag from So Yeah? Nope.
Nope.
I don't want to buy scraps. I don't only want to keep my own.
Yeah, ditto.
Deborah Davidson says, project box? That? I'm so out of the loop lately. A little bit. Oh, Mimi's making a binding for the messenger bag for Sophie. You'll have to post pictures on the Jellybeans.
Yeah, I'd love to see that.
Heather grins, are you asking me what kind of dog is the one that's the big white fluffy dog? She's a Great Pyrenees. I'm with you, Lauren. I have all the scraps I need. Who paid $1,900 for the scrap box, Laura? I didn't see that.
What?
$1,900 for a scrap box?
Well, actually, it's not a scrap box. It's a mystery box. I think it's full of like $2,000+ worth of fabric and thread.
But it's not cut into little scraps, is it?
No.
Okay.
It should have been. Scrap bags go for $30 a piece. They're about, I don't know, there's as much as they can fit in an envelope.
Well, you know, I can see people buying the scraps, like the people who like to make those, what do they call them? There's a certain kind of quilt where basically people are just sewing like little
quilts, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I could see those, you know, if you're making one of those, sure.
If you're making a crazy quilt, even if you're doing like the crazy quilt with hexagons or whatever, that scraps would probably be good.
Yeah. So for those people, I could see where that would be great. It's not for me, but I do understand people who would want those for sure.
Heather, I absolutely understand. They're the best guard dogs you can get, especially if you're trying to guard like a flock or a large piece of property. They're some of the best guard dogs, but they're also some of the most gentle-natured dogs you could possibly imagine.
They said there was 100 pounds of fabric in the mystery box.
Whoa.
Yeah, I think it was like 70 or 100 pounds, between 70 and 100.
My goodness.
That's a lot of fabric. I would be so terrified that I would buy 100 pounds worth of fabric that I didn't know what it was, and it would get to my house and I would be disappointed in the whole thing. I just,
That's what Denise was saying. Denise White said $1,900 for thread and fabric you may not even like.
yeah, I mean, I'm good with like doing subscription boxes or, like a project box or, something like that where, you're spending what, like maybe tops $100 or so. And, that I'm fine with having a mystery, but $1,300. I don't know.
Yeah.
That just seems a bit extreme. That's a lot of money if you don't like it. I mean,
Right. Plus, they have varied, you know, fabrics and tastes and makers, and it
yeah,
could be, whew, no.
yeah.
Lord, 5 or 6 yards of batik longhorns.
Oh, Lord, that would be terrible.
Oh my goodness, I gotta sneeze.
Bless you. Bless you.
Thank you.
And then,
I was allergic to the longhorn conversation.
right? Then, let's see, Perea? Is that how you say that name, Ben Perea? Peacocks are good for alarming, but they're also difficult to keep on your property.
Mm.
They need a lot of space.
Is that your bird in the background?
Mine, yes.
Yeah. Aw.
Mom!
Say hi.
He's one of them is actually learning how to meow like the cat,
Oh my
and the other
goodness.
whistles back.
That's funny.
It's like, okay. Kind of want to get what you get paid for. Ben, I have no idea how you would get rid of them if you wanted to. I mean, once they pick a territory, they stay pretty much put, and they'll defend that territory. But they like large territories.
What are we talking about? I'm like,
we were talking about peacocks.
oh,
The peacocks are good alarm birds. They will go off when someone or something comes into their territory.
wow.
MJ, what kind of dog do you have? Oh, you have a guard goose. Oh my goodness. Definitely a goose.
I want a
Dawn,
goose.
Denny just came in. She says she's late. Did she miss anything?
Not a thing.
Nope. We're just 10. Yvette's sewing.
Patty Claude says her guinea hens go off. Patty has chickens. I love chickens. They're so sweet. They're so sweet.
I think cows are so sweet.
Geese are mean. Yeah. Andrew wants to know how's little sweetie.
She's doing great. She comes every night for dinner, and most mornings she's there for brekkie, and she's doing great. Stephanie saw her.
Yvette the other day when she got home.
Yeah, I was gonna say Stephanie saw her the other day because I was on Marco Polo with her, and when I got out the car, I went over, and there she was waiting for her meal. She did come back, Steph.
Oh, did she? Good.
Yeah, she came back. It was like an hour or so later, but she did come back for her
Y'all, she's really,
dinner.
really cute.
Quilting in Romania says she has a 3-year-old boy and nothing to guard her from him. I absolutely understand. I have 3 boys, and let me tell you, I'm not sure I was going to survive them. Fortunately, the last one just turned 18, so I'm good. I got
Steph's got a bunch of little boys too.
Oh yeah.
She got a gaggle.
Being a mom of boys is totally different than a mom of girls.
Oh, absolutely. Boys are really difficult when they're young, but as they get older, they're less and less and less difficult.
Well, that's good news.
I was gonna say she's
very independent. Then you become completely stupid as far as they're concerned until they turn 23. And then when they hit 23, they start to be really nice individuals.
Oh.
You only have to wait till they're 23.
I hope I don't have to wait that long. Because I got a long way to go.
17 to about 23, it's like they lose their mind or something.
Oh, well, I got a long ways till 17 too, so that's fine.
Oh, sneaks up.
Now my daughter is another issue.
Girls are so much different. I think boys are easier to raise.
Oh, my daughter is a sweetheart, and she's very, very responsible, but she's got the hormones starting, so most days she's fine, but the days where they're going crazy, ooh.
Oh, Kelly, I was just saying that boys are easier to deal with in a sense that they need you less and less as they get older. They're very needy when they're little. They expect a lot, but then after that, it's not so bad. Oh, come on.
Oops. Not be able to pick up my scissors.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's just like, I have nothing to add to that conversation. Thankfully, I have cats.
You can borrow a few, Yvette.
That's all right. That's all right. I'm good, I think. I love kids. I just like other people's kids.
I did my child rearing. I'm done.
Yeah. I think it was sort of like the timing of me having to take care of like my brother and sister. And I was at an age where I really wasn't ready for like the extent of it. And so then I was kind of done with the parenting thing. I didn't want to do it.
Understandable.
Yep.
Okay. Laura Beach says she feels like the older she got, the dumber she got. I think that's exactly how it goes for a while. And then somewhere along the way, they finally realized, oh, maybe mom wasn't quite as dumb as I think she was. Catherine Johnson says she thought her daughter would never have a child. After she took care of her nephew for 2 months. Then her hubby got the bug, and now she has a beautiful little. Oh my. Patty C says only 35 likes. Hit the like button. Thank you for reminding us. Heather says, Mom's not dumb, Mom's tired. You're right. You're absolutely right. For so many years, they use your brain. They take up space in your brain. And you're like, could I please have my brain back now?
Oh, that's so true.
You know, Tips is going to be a great grandma.
Aw.
Who will? Oh, Gail.
Gail Tips. Deborah Davidson says, Mom wants a timeout. Absolutely. That's what the squad's for. It's where you can go and take a nap. It's like, I would always say, Mom has to go to the bathroom. That never worked.
No. That doesn't work with the cats either.
I agree with you. Catherine? Me? What do you like to know, Tiff? What are you cutting? What part are you on, Yvette?
I am on. I have cut so far, so I'll have to just go get the templates and the fabric and then just cut from here because I ran out of time. But so I've got the beak and one of the wings and the wing.
I think for any of us to know, how did you learn to sew?
How did I learn to sew? I basically just bought a machine and I went to and just started sewing. I started, I had like patterns and stuff like that. And I don't know, for me, it was like one of this wild hair up my butt that I wanted to sew. I had a friend who had started quilting and she loved it. And she came to visit me one time and was like showing me sewing. And she had brought me a quilt and I just got hooked right then. And that was in 2001. And now she doesn't. Oh, go ahead.
Patty Pungay wants to know if you backstitch before, at the beginning and at the end of each line.
I do, yes. And to me, it just makes me feel better if I have like a backstitch at the beginning and end. I have seen lots of people sew and not do that. So, I mean, if you're just making something like a wall hanging or something like that, that's not going to be really used a lot, then I don't think it's probably necessary. But I like to keep in the habit of doing that because it's really good whenever you're quilting to do it. So I just kind of keep it up. And it's certainly not going to hurt. So.
Ooh, Karen Sharp just came in. She said, sorry she's late tonight.
That's okay.
Karen Ravis came in.
Hi, Karen.
I'm looking in Romania. What is your actual name, or shall we just keep calling you Quilting in Romania? She wants to know, was there something that you did as you were learning that you later on realized you were doing wrong all along?
Honestly, I'd have to kind of think about that because anything that I would have realized I was doing wrong, hopefully I would have realized a heck of a long time ago. I'm trying to remember if there was something I was doing that then I figured out I was doing it wrong. Um,
Ooh, her name's Elena, quilting in Romania.
oh, that's a pretty name.
Hmm. So Dawn wants to know if are you going to do the Dear Jane quilt, or are you just looking at it?
Oh, no, I mean, listen, I've been wanting to do a Dear Jane quilt for a long time, but it's probably going to be a heck of a long time before I can ever do that. I just I don't have time to do it. I mean, I really don't, but it's always been like every, because it's so interesting, and it's something that draws my eye. Like, we all have different likes, and that's why it's like I kind of like to find out what other people think of as like the perfect quilt, or what would be just like is just something you're just dying to make, or whatever. And for me, it's always been Dear Jane quilt. And it's going to be a while, but I will make one day. And I'm gonna also, I have a few patterns for the quilts, and I'm gonna do some of that too. But the Dear Jane is something that I know is gonna take a long time, and I'm gonna love it when it's done. So someday.
Karen Cox said she also wants to do the Dear Jane quilt. She bought the EQ add-on for it. Just needs to get started.
I did too. I bought the add-on too, so I have it. I'm ready for everything.
Loki says for her, the very perfect quilt is a finished one. So, what colors are you using? What fabrics are you using in this hummingbird?
Oh my goodness, what am I not using? Um, I'm definitely using these the ombre confetti metallic by V&Co. So I had a little like 10-inch square roll up, and I'm using that for like the wings. And these other pieces on like the head, honestly, I don't know. I pulled out of my stash, and I would have to look up what this is. What I'm using for the background. This was something else that was in my stash, and so I'm not quite sure what the name of the collection is. I can probably find it because I have a yard of it. I'm sure it's on the selvage. Let me go see if I can see that.
Yvette, can you explain to them what a Dear Jane quilt is?
Sure. And I actually went at some point and looked this up. It's gosh, I'm gonna get it wrong. I know I will. But there was a woman named Jane. I don't remember her last name, but her name was Jane. She was in her early 40s. She was on a farm, and I want to say this must have been pretty close to. They said what year it was, but in my mind, I'm thinking it was somewhere around the Depression time. And so she took like little bits of fabric that she had and made a quilt. Now that's being very general. You could go and look it up. If you go and look up Dear Jane quilt, like pop it into Google, and um, there'll be like all sorts of articles about it, and it's actually quite interesting. Um, and it's my goodness, the quilt is gorgeous. I mean, I'm sure there's like all kinds of different, there's all sorts of variations on it um, at this point. But yeah, I mean, and you know, like I said, I'm not good at reciting history without having some prep before I'm asked the question, but it's an interesting story. And oh, look, Pamela said 1863. Jane Stickle.
Jane Stickle.
There you go. So everybody's putting it into the chat. So that's great. You guys can see. Kelly, you can buy add-ons for EQ8 with like different patterns and um, all sorts of things. And there was one for the Dear Jane quilt. Oh, oh, Nita just typed it in too. Awesome. I don't have to say a darn thing. I'm just going to tell you guys that the this fabric with the butterflies and the little ladybugs, this one is by Robert. It's a Robert Kaufman fabric. It's a Wishwell collection, and it's called A Little Rain. And so they've got this one with the butterflies, and then last week, if you watched, there's the one with the umbrellas, and I'm going to use that one on the left-facing hummingbird so that I get to use both of them because none of us could decide which one we liked best. So I'm going to use both of them.
The original Dear Jane quilt had 5,600 pieces. Can you believe that?
OMG. That's a lot of pieces.
The Kelly Green was saying she wanted to, was it Kelly that wanted to do I just forgot who it was.
Yeah, it was Kelly. Yep.
The postage stamp quilt takes 99,000 pieces to make a king-size quilt.
That's craziness.
Have fun. You want to talk about doing pixel quilts? That would definitely be the way to go.
That's not a paper piece, though, is it?
No, actually.
No, it's traditional piecing.
I saw one at a called the Quilt Speak exhibit that came to our museum in Raleigh. It was absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
Because that one was an antique and had been pieced. And
wow.
Okay, I need to learn to spell.
Yvette, Kelly wants to know, is that new Halloween fabric she spies behind your machine?
Are you talking about over here? No,
Yeah.
that was Broomhilda's Bakery, and that was from 2019 or 2018. That is not new fabric. That's old out of print fabric at this point.
Elena, good night.
Good night.
Mimi wants to know, how big is this quilt going to be? Are you talking about the Dear Jane quilt?
Oh, honey, that's a figment of my imagination right now. I haven't the slightest idea.
Denise said she says she doesn't think she'd ever had the patience for a 5,000 piece quilt. Girl, I'm right there with you. That's crazy.
I think it would have to be something that is going to be like a work in progress, like forever.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I mean, it would, yeah, I mean, it would have to be, at least for me. Because for something that size, I think I would probably need to take breaks from it, like I would get bored. Yeah.
Yeah. And you can have that many tiny pieces. Mimi wants to know, how big is this hummingbird piece going to be?
Oh, okay. Well, each of these hummingbirds is going to be 8 inches. She's got 3 different sizes, I think, in her pattern. So you can either do the 5-inch, 6-inch, or 8-inch. And since I just did the 3 butterflies in 5" I decided that I was going to do the hummingbirds in 8". So they will finish at 8 inches each, and I'll probably, I don't know how I'm gonna put them together. I usually wait until I have them ready, and then I just mess around with the aesthetic of it. But it's not gonna be super huge. Just a small wall hanging, probably about 20 inches square, something like that. Oops, sorry. Or maybe not square, because I'll probably put them facing, and then so it'll be like maybe like 10 high, 20 wide, something like that. I don't know. We'll see what looks best when we start adding stuff.
Jelly Franco said 5,602 pieces, 225 patterns, ... It's an 80 by 80. Dear Jane, have fun. LOL.
Well, you know what? When you're making a quilt, though, you can always say, I'm making it half the size, or I'm going to make, blah, blah, blah. I mean, you can. It's yours. If you decide that you're like bored, like I'm sure I will be, but I still want to do it. I've always wanted to do one. Trying not to think about the 5,000 pieces.
Yeah.
I was thinking a postage stamp quilt would go a lot faster if you actually just strip pieced it.
That's true. How big does that end up being, Nita?
Well, each strip is cut at a half, at 1 inch. So when it's finished, it's actually a ½ inch. A traditional postage stamp quilt has ½ inch squares finished.
Yeah.
No,
they're small.
It's hardcore. It's hardcore.
I'm with Laura. She said she likes big blocks and she cannot lie. Yeah, me too.
Oh, gosh.
Kelly says, yeah, that's what I thought you said. She asked how many pieces were in the postage stamp quilt, and there's like 99,000, okay, in the postage stamp quilt. She says, yes. She said, yeah, that's what I thought you said. I've got a lot more pieces to collect. Yeah.
No.
I mean, now that I think about it, cheating it with, strip piecing wouldn't be a bad thing, would it?
No. It's your quilt. Do what you want, dude.
Nobody has more strip pieced it, right?
Well, except
Nope.
that it's technically
telling.
supposed to be like 9,000 different pieces of fabric, right? I mean, isn't it? I'm just saying. That's what I understood. I mean, but you could do whatever you want. I mean, I wouldn't tattle on you.
The postage stamp quilt that they had, the antique one they had, did have different pieces, and it was pieced by hand. But I should say it did have a pattern. It did have a picture, so to speak, on the front. So, you see some of these that are half square triangles makes a diamond, or you get an echo quilt or something like that, where the fabric is what makes the pattern.
Right.
And or even like a Bargello, again, the fabric placement being what makes the pattern. And in a postage stamp quilt, you can do the same thing. It's just that each piece is only supposed to be 1 inch squares. It's all supposed to be 1 inch squares. Hence the reason they call it postage stamp, because a postage stamp is like 1 by 1.
Yeah. That makes sense.
I think I just cut this off before I counted my. Okay, I'm good. I'm sitting here trying to chat and crochet and type.
Yeah.
Oops.
Kelly Green said, who says we can't strip piece? I'm not piecing by hand. That's why I got this big new machine.
That's what piecing
right.
to me these days. I mean, I have this beautiful machine sitting here. Works really well. Makes things nice and quick.
Yeah. The secret code of quilters, no tattling.
Nobody has to know how you put it together. Even Jenny Jones says she likes quilts that make it look like you worked really hard, but was easy to put together.
Laura said she doesn't have any fabric. She's willing to cut that small. Me either. I did a wall hanging one time that had like 400 1-inch squares. After cutting all those, I was like, never again. Never.
Dude, AccuQuilt. AccuQuilt.
Never. Well, that was before I had my AccuCutter girl, but
I'm just saying, you can have it now if you're really gonna do it. You know, if you're really gonna do it.
I don't want to sew them all back together. That's crazy. So then you gotta iron all them pieces.
Judith Letson says she had a postage stamp quilt, lap size one, and she said it is all scraps, and she sewed them as beginners and enders. It didn't seem like a challenge. That's an idea. I hadn't thought about that, but that would certainly make it quick, wouldn't it?
Hey, Christy. Christy's here.
Hey, Christy.
She said, "Hey, girl, hey."
All right, so then I finished the B part. B. I've got B. I've got A, which is the little beak. And this is C, which is a wing on the floor.
Very nice.
He flew down. He flew down. So now I'm going to have to go and get some more pieces and just bring the fabric over and we'll start cutting it here because I was lame-o and didn't prep enough.
Oh, Catherine Jolson said, "Do you ladies have to charge a certain price for your fabric because of who you buy it from? Wholesale says you have to." There's kind of an industry standard pricing. Not everybody adheres to it.
Yeah, that's a different story altogether right there.
That we have to sell it for. Yeah.
Yeah, some people cheat.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. This here is the breast. Where's that little, oh, there's that little piece there. I need to put that as.
And anyone buying fabric, don't forget all the fabric's going up May 1st. So if you want to stock up on basics, good time to do it.
Well, somebody keeps putting me off for the grunge.
Oh, you don't worry about that. I got that order for you at the lower price. It should be coming. They said it was arriving today or tomorrow, so.
I'm like, I need the grunge.
I know, it's not me putting you off, girl. It's Moda. I've been waiting forever for it.
I know, right?
Oh, well, it's not even their fault, really, to be fair. It's been stuck in customs.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Yeah. Are y'all getting the new pricing fabric for your shops? Yeah, May 1st, they're going to tell us what all the prices are going to be. They sent us all emails or letters saying, first. So everything we buy up until that point, we get at the lower price, but.
See, Catherine Jolson said, yeah, she's not going to be able to pay $15 a yard. She's going to have to give up the hobby. See, that's why I started buying fabric now.
Yeah.
Like, okay, so my savings account's going to take a hit, but let me buy this stuff now so that I have something to sew for my stash and won't have to buy so much later.
Yeah.
Good night, Tiffany.
Good night.
Good night.
She's off to watch movies with her husband. Tell Scott we said hi.
Angela, my project box is supposed to be shipping at the end of May. It should be on time, provided I get all the fabric. That fabric's supposed to be coming, I think, next week. It also is delayed. Everything is delayed. Everything since that big barge got stuck in the canal, it has been delayed. So fabrics that were supposed to come out this month, they're not coming to the end of next month. It's crazy.
Yeah.
So. And everyone's being affected. Everyone, including like in Canada and.
Mm-hmm.
all over the place. They're having problems getting their fabric.
You're welcome, Angela. I won't believe me. I want to get it out to you guys. I'm excited to get it out.
Laura, I saw you stocking up. I see you all the time stocking up.
Yeah.
I know you see me.
Okay.
Ben said, if you're stockpiling fabric, do you have to do anything to keep it from rotting or going bad? Keep it out of the sun and keep it in sort of a, temperate. Don't let it sit there and get wet, damp, or hot.
So a moisture controlled situation. So if you have like an indoor air conditioned or temperature controlled area, so you want to be sure you do something like cedar. Use cedar or mothballs to make sure you keep any of the little pesties away, or use you can use fabric dryer sheets.
Yep.
To do the same thing. If you, it's like I have a chest of drawers that's made of wood, and I also have a cedar chest that's lined. So I keep the larger cuts fabric in the cedar chest. You can keep some of your fabrics, if they're like fat quarters or smaller cuts, keep them in plastic bins or bins that you can close or seal up, and make sure that you put something in there that will help, like little desiccant packets, keeps the moisture down and keeps any mildew smell from developing, and just keep it dry and safe from light. But you would do the same things for your clothes. I think most people, if you do the same things you do for your clothes, you would do for fabric.
Yep.
And every once in a while, you need to take it out and refold it so it doesn't get like permanent creases.
Do that with your quilts too. If you've got quilts that you have folded up, take them out, unfold them, and fold them a different way before you put them back every now and then.
There's also a way that they fold quilts for archiving, and I think it might have been Missouri Star Quilts. On their YouTube channel, they had a video about how to fold your quilts for archiving.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Sandra, she said she just got in. There were some bad storms in her area.
Oh, no.
Glad you could join us. Catherine said, I wonder what would happen if all crafters boycotted the people forcing this rise in price. Well, unfortunately, it's not really the fabric companies. It's mainly the shipping costs.
It's the shipping and the customs have to be bribed in order to get your stuff.
Right. I mean, the fabric companies actually have been giving all of us a break for now. They've been paying higher shipping costs for about 6 months, and they just now are passing it on to us. So,
yeah, in case you haven't noticed, there's a lot of hike in how much your postage costs.
Mm-hmm.
Higher postage costs without really realizing it, because most of us expect to get free postage. We get free shipping. But if you notice, a lot of places aren't doing that anymore, and that's because the shipping costs have gone up, because that's where the cost for the fabric companies and other companies, whether it's Amazon or wherever, the cost for shipping has gone way up, and it's going to go up again.
Yep. Laura said everything is getting more expensive. Yeah, it is. If you go to the store, food's more, gas is more, everything's more.
Yep. Angela, I'm sorry that your batting got moldy. They have desiccant packs at like the Dollar Tree or Walmart that you can get that help keep it down, help keep the moisture level down. But moisture can definitely be a problem. I live in a very moist state. Mold is a problem here. So we do a lot of desiccant packs. We have a lot of things to alleviate that moisture.
Did she lose a bedding?
Yeah, a whole roll of it, she says.
Oh, ouch.
Yeah, that's painful.
Oh, yeah, because I know how much they cost. Ugh.
Right? And then even if you buy them at a cheaper place like Mark Dry Goods, the shipping will kill you. It's like $40 a bolt.
Oh yeah, I buy my rolls wholesale since I have the quilting business, and I still pay. I mean, my shipping is $32 a roll, so yeah, it's
outrageous.
crazy.
Oh my. Angela, I live in North Carolina, coastal North Carolina. Our humidity almost never drops below 20%.
Mm. Oh, $80. Ouch.
It's like, ouch. I feel like the little character from Anastasia. Ouch! I say, ouch!
The little bat guy, yeah.
Yeah. What's his name? Bartok or something like that?
Yeah.
Ouch! I say, ouch. I don't even know why I remember that. Crazy.
Dora said she's determined to finish a UFO per day. That's awesome.
Wow.
Yeah, no, that's not going to happen in my house.
I wish I could do that.
Yeah.
I might finish a UFO a month.
Mm.
You're right, Laura. Small businesses will be the ones that hurt the most.
Good night, Judith.
Good night.
Yeah, it's tough. We don't want to pass those costs on to customers, but we can't give things away for free either. So.
Tell me. Look, you probably end up going straight through my little town if you're going to OVX.
For anybody who was
I live in Florida. During the summer, you can go outside and you're soaked. Oh.
You can walk in Florida in the summertime when it's really moist. You can walk and feel the mist touching your face. You think I'm kidding, but you can. You can feel the moisture just touching your face, like walking through a mist tent. Because you can just feel it touching you.
No, thank you.
It's pretty moist.
It gets humid here in Ohio in the summer, but not that bad. I'll remember that next time I complain about the humidity here.
Yeah, Florida's bad. What part of Florida do you live in, Pamela? I used to live in the Panhandle up near Pensacola.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, midway between Pensacola and Panama Beach.
Okay. One of our favorite vacation spots is Fort Walton Beach.
That's right here.
Yep.
Military, because there's Eglin Air Force Base, Airbook Field. I mean, yeah, that's where I was, Fort Walton Beach. Actually, technically, we lived in Shalimar.
Oh, in Shalimar. Okay. Okay.
Yep, lived there for quite a while. In fact, used to take the kids to the beach every day in the summertime just so that when they come home by 8 o'clock, they'd be so tired they'd pass out and the rest of the was mine.
That's why we go there for vacation with the kids.
Absolutely.
It's so great. They are so tired at the end of every day.
Don't fight with those waves for a while. And the best thing is people don't understand. The Gulf Coast, the water is clear. There's
beautiful.
It's beautiful.
Yeah. And the sand is so soft.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And white.
Mm-hmm.
Catherine, what is a postage stamp quilt? A postage stamp quilt is a quilt that is assembled of 1-inch squares. And those 1-inch squares finish to be ½ an inch because they're 1-inch cut.
Oh, Mary Kubicek said that she's got a quilt, a postage stamp quilt on her queen bed in her guest room, and she loves about it is that it has some glow in the dark material.
Ooh.
That's cool.
Ooh, that would be fun.
Dora Seal said she's determined to do it about the UFO a day. She said my sewing machine says otherwise.
Laura Beach says she loves the Gulf Coast. So do I.
Yeah.
Dora Seal says she used to live in Pensacola. That's where I got Hamlet from. He was actually hatched. My umbrella cockatoo was hatched in Pensacola, Florida.
Yeah. Catherine Jolson says, does anyone know if there's such a thing as reflective fabric? There is.
Indeed.
I don't recall any quilting reflective fabric. Do you?
No.
I don't, but
If it's not straight up cotton.
No, it's what, nylon, right?
Yep, nylon and polyester.
Yeah.
So, Mary, where did you get this? Did you make the postage stamp quilt, or did you happen to purchase it from someone, or did somebody gift it to you? Good night, DB. Oh, hi. No, not good night.
Hi.
She's now coming in. I'm like, oh my goodness, she's just now coming in.
DB Nonya, I've never seen you here before, sweetie. Welcome.
Laura said, I thought it was a 1.5 inch cut and a 1 inch finish. No way am I going to sew a ½ inch block. I'm not sure I could see a ½ inch block. Hey, Gisela from Sweden. Nice to have you here.
Hi, Gisela.
My husband's from Sweden. The closest I know of in quilting fabric is pearlized. Yeah, pearlized fabric is so pretty.
Not so sure that it reflects a lot of light, though, but it is a little more reflective than your basic cotton.
Oh, Dee Dee said she's new to the live, but she watched some videos. Awesome.
Excellent.
Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And Stephanie, Giselle would like to know where in Sweden.
I think his family's from Stockholm. Pretty sure.
Okay, Yvette, you're going to have to tell us what the fabric is again. Karen says she loves it.
Which one?
That you're using.
This one right here?
Yeah.
Oh, there is a selvage. Hold up. Let me see if it says it. This is made in Japan, Robert Kaufman, and it's called chalk, like CHALK, and charcoal. I can't even say it. It's too tongue twisting. Chalk and Charcoal by Jennifer Sampu for Robert Kaufman.
And what's the one with the gold flecks she'd like to know?
That is by V&Co, and it is the ombre metallic, ombre confetti metallic.
Dora Seal says, I bought my first Liberty fabric. I'm in love.
Oh
Thanks
my
for
goodness. Yeah. Liberty is amazeballs.
Oh, Gisela lives between Stockholm and Oslo. Cool.
So how far away are you from finishing the hummingbird?
It's not going to finish tonight. I can tell you that because it's 10 o'clock right now. So I'll need to stop. Um, but I'm going to just, now I have this fabric that's cut for the E, and I'll be able to start that next week. Here's what I have finished. So I have 2 pieces left to sew. I have E and F left to sew. That's these 2 pieces. This one and this one. And then these are the ones I have finished. Let me try to lay them out. I don't remember how they go. Let's see. Let me lay them this way first. I know that's going to go up there. And B goes here. And C and D. All right, so that's what I have done so far. And then I still need to do E and F, which will go there. Okay, so that'll be next week. And I'm sure next week we'll be able to put it all together and we'll have one hummingbird next week. And hopefully next week I can also start on the left facing. And so if I were to flip these so that you could see what I have done, you have to flip them the other way since everything is backwards. And that's what I have so far. So I still need to sew them all together, but there we go. It's coming together. I'm not 100% sure I'm in love with my color selections, but I love this right here. And considering I did it like kind of on the fly, I think I did okay. But yep, there we go. That's what I have left, and I'm going to start that next week.
That's gorgeous.
Yep. Yep. Normally I would take, honestly, normally I take a little more time with color. But if I sit and start studying my fabrics for I can do it for hours and hours. So it's like I kind of just went, I'm doing this, I'm doing this, I'm doing this. Let's see how it's going to look, kind of thing. So it's not terrible. I'm just not really sure that I like the green, to be honest with you. I think that, is that what you're thinking? You like it? You like the green?
I love the green.
Okay. Okay.
Well, I think green looks really nice. Everybody says it's beautiful. They like the colors.
Okay, excellent.
I think if you do the other one, if you wanted to swap and you could put the green in the purple's place and the purple in the green's place.
Yeah, we could give that a go. Sure. I have no objection there. Yeah, so I mean, I don't hate it, guys. I'm not saying that. I just think that, like everybody else, um I second guess myself, like everybody else. So it's gonna
Yeah.
be lovely. I can't wait to hang it up, and I certainly will hang it up. Um, and yeah, so let me turn this up so y'all can see me to say bye. You can get a good view of.
She thinks it's perfect. Everybody says they like the green.
Oh,
Yeah.
good. Excellent.
Christy says she loves it.
Christy says, no, I love it.
Oh, perfect. Well, if Christy said, then there you go. I'm perfectly happy. Okay. Oh, oh my goodness. Susan wants to know, why is the fabric going up in May? Um, yeah, it's going up because of
The cost of
what
shipping.
on earth? YouTube would like to find and connect to devices on your local network. No, thank you. I don't know. What? Anyway, yeah, because of, costs of shipping from overseas has just escalated so much, and they were carrying the cost themselves, all of the design houses, and now they're passing the cost on to us, which passes the cost on to you. So that's just how it goes, unfortunately. And I think it's probably going to get worse before it gets better. That's what I think. So,
Yeah.
um, yeah, I think that shipping is going to start being an issue, unfortunately. I mean, I wish it weren't, but I think it probably will be. Um, anyway, I am, oh my goodness, I'm so exhausted, guys, and I want to have some dinner. I know. Nita's over there thinking, I tell you to eat dinner before we start every time, but I never have time. I still wasn't ready. I think well, tonight, instead of having dinner, I had a nap. So, seemed more important to me at the moment. Anyway, I'm going to close up now. Thank you guys so much. I love that you come and sit and sew with me. If you have any questions whatsoever that haven't been answered in the chat, you can feel free to email me at any time. You can find my email in the description about me on my YouTube channel, and I'd be happy to answer any questions. If you are interested in foundation paper piecing and you have never done it before and you'd love to learn, I would love to teach you. And I have a foundation paper piecing membership. It's called Piecing It Real, and you can find it at piecingitreal.mykajabi.com. And Kajabi is spelled Kajabi. And probably Stephanie is over there working furiously to type that in. Because I know her like this. um, so anyway, until next week when we continue, awesome. Thank you, Steph. I love her. So until next week, I'll, keep working on all of these things, and I will continue on called Sugar Baby, and we will do another one even after that. And I sure hope you for that. So I'll see you guys next week. If you've already had dinner, go have something chocolate, and I'll see you next time. Mwah. Bye, guys.